Okay, assalamu alaikum dear teachers. I want to show us how to create quiz in the portal. First and foremost, when we click on question bank from our course page, we click on question bank. Then this is the page we are going to see. You will see all the previous questions. You will see all the previous questions you have in your question bank. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to, before we start creating questions, it's always a good idea to have a category. As you can see here, I'm having a category that has intent questions. Then I have another category that has no question. It's always a good idea to have a category first before you start creating your question. Now, the first category, what I'm going to do to put a category is click on questions here, then you will see categories. Now, in this category, I can add a category. Then I will call this one, of course, this one is going to be the top. It's going to be on top. It's a top category. Now, I will call this one grade 11. This means any questions related to grade 11, then I will put it on this category. That's one. Another thing is if you don't want to do it as a class base, you can say maybe chapter 1. This quiz that you want to create is all about chapter 1. Then you can say chapter 1 or chapter 1.1, 1.2, something like that. It's easier for you to locate your questions later. All questions related to chapter 1, they will be in this category. You can have another one, chapter 2. All questions related to chapter 2 will be in that category. Now I'm having this chapter 1 now, then I click on add. So this is the first step. I'm having a category called chapter 1. And this chapter, you see 0 there, it means I don't have any question there. Now, let me click on this category. Chapter 1 category is going to load. Then I have this. Now, let's put some questions inside it. Create a new question. The first one I want to start with is multiple choice. Click on multiple choice and multiple choice, then click on add. In the multiple choice, I say question one, and okay, random access memory stands for. Then the first option says, is it multiple answer allowed? No, just only one answer allowed. Then I say it means rhyme, and that's the correct answer. I can make this one to be 100% because it's the correct answer. Then I will put my feedback here. Excellent. Then if I say wrong, then that's not the correct answer. Then we say none. Then I put my feedback here, not correct. Then let me have one more. I say right. Then that's not correct as well. I put my answer here. I say not correct. Now you can put as many options as possible. Then in that regard, you can have a tag. What tag? Let's call this one chapter. So chapter 1. Press enter. So that's the tag, which means all chapter 1 question. This is different from category that I said earlier. So let's click on save changes. Then we have the first question now under this category. Let us add more question. This time I'm going to use true or false. True or false. Now here we say this one is question 2. I say random room stands read only memory is called O. Then the correct answer is true. I change this one to true. And if it's correct, what's my response? So excellent. Then if it's not correct, I say please read through the topic again. Then what tag did I choose earlier? I say chapter one, you just have to choose the tag that you choose earlier. Then I click on save changes. Now I have the second question now. Let me put more question. This time I'm going to use matching question. Then click on add. Then I call this one question three. Now I say random access memory. Oh, sorry. I call this one match the following together. Now, the first question, what was the first question? The first question says random access memory. That is alright. Then the second question, read only memory. So that is wrong. Then HDD, or I say hard disk drive. So that is HDD. All right, so I can put as much as possible. Then let's come to tag. Then I choose the tag as well as chapter one, and I click on save changes, making three questions of different type. Then after that, I want to add one more question. This one is short answer question. For short answer question, I click on add. This one will be question four. Then I say HDD, HDD stands for, then what might be the possible answers? So hard disk drive. If the student write this, that's correct 100%. So good job. What about if the question says hard disk drive? Maybe the student write it together. Hard disk drive, that's correct as well. I give 100%. I said, uh, good job. What about if the student says hard disk, hard disk drive, hard disk, write it together? Okay, I think these are the possible options. We just have to write all the possible answers that the student can write here. Now, HDD, hard disk drive. Now, let me leave it these two. Then I choose the tag, chapter one, save changes. I'm having four different question types now. Then the next one is this still loading. Now, in this category, you will see that I'm having four different questions. So one, two, three, four. Now, if I want to add more questions, we still have essay question. This one involves the student to write. Then we have drag and drop and the likes. But let me stop with these four first. Now, on these four, I'm having four different questions on our question bank. Now, how do I put this one for students? All what I need to do is just click on course. Then let's say I want to put it somewhere here. I want to put it somewhere here. So all what I need to do is to click on add an activity, here or resource. What activity do I want to add? I want to add a quiz. Okay, add an activity or resource. Now, quiz. Then I say enrichment program one. So then the timing is going to be today, then it will end It will end, let's say, next week. It will end next week. Then time allowed, I'm going to give just only 10 minutes, and grade, this will be 5 attempts. Then for the layout, I want to show all the question on one page, and that's all. If I want to use this one for if I want to use it for formative assessments, but the student needs to do it in the school, I can put a password here. Now, for now, I just click on save and display. Save and display. Now, these are the settings. I need to put the question now. Where do I get the question from? So I click on add questions to this quiz, then click on add, and I choose from the question bank. And this where we see the benefit of having a category, because here select a category. This category is having 18 question. Why I have chapter 4 category, which is having 4 questions. And even under this category, I can still have different tag, but the tag that I have is chapter 1, just only 4 questions are there. I can choose the number of questions I want, and the next thing is to click on select. Then in this regard, the students will have access to this quiz now. This is what we need. In another video I'm going to make now, I will show us how to import file, or how to import quizzes. Instead of creating it one by one manually, then how do we import quizzes? That's what I'm going to, how do we import questions into our quiz? That's what I'm going to show us in the next question. Thank you. Next video.